everybody, and welcome to our first two games in charge of Aston Villa, and I am hoping that we can get off to a good start here against Barnsley. I won't go through the team because we've just had a really long video go up before this one, going through the squad and the tactics and what I think of the team and everything like that. It is quite a lengthy video, but I'd recommend giving it a look, and we're just going to get stuck straight in today. We have to give a squad number to Carl McGee, who we called up from the youth system ourselves. 16-year-old striker who looks pretty decent, to be honest, so yeah, I'm hoping he can impress as they come out with a 4-5-1, a flat 4-5-1. It might be exploitable, we might be able to isolate their striker and maybe just sort of get in behind, but it also might be quite difficult to penetrate that midfield, so it's not an easy game, to be honest. They're a lot better than us in the table, so let's just say, let's be aggressive and say the media have been on your back for ages, go out there and stick it to them, and they like that, they all seem motivated. Here we go, we're doing better here than we were in the MLS already. So let's kick off, let's get underway, let's play, and hopefully let's get in charge and have a good start to our first game at Aston Villa. You know that good start I asked for? Nothing's happening. Well, this is absolutely dire. It's 0-0 at half-time. We've had a few bookings, but that's really the only thing to note. Both teams only registering 2 shots, whilst only having 1 on target. We've had more of the ball, but from the looks of it, we've not done too much with it. So, well, let's get aggressive. Sound far from pleased. They all look fired up. That's a good start. Hopefully they can go out there and just put in a better performance in this half and hopefully try and find some goals or at least some highlights. Well, we have got a corner. Doyle Hayes flicks in. Gabriel goes up and hits it off of the bar. His 9 heading coming back to bite us there, only managing to hit the woodwork with an extremely close effort. But we do get another corner from it. Doyle Hayes is going to flick in. We can't get on the end of it and we do give away a free kick. Wilkins going to the ground for them. It's a really poor game so far, it really is. I'm going to pause and I'm going to make a change. And I think I'm going to switch over to the 4-4-2 and try and go at them a little bit more. Bring in Bastia and Toma, switch these two over, and then, yeah, hopefully just create a few more chances and be able to find something with this. Well, they've got a free kick, or a goal kick, sorry. Sam's boots up, and we head on. Harry Anto's on it. Can we find a forward pass? Well, no. We go to back to Richards, forwards to Jastrzemski. That game's not easy to say quickly, but, well, we're working it well. We're keeping the ball. Toma on it now, the substitute. And can we manage to just find an outlet, find a pass forward? Hopefully down one of these flanks is what I'm looking for, but anything would do. No, we give the ball away. Or do we? Toma's on it in the centre. Plays forward Bayliss, who strikes just wide. Bayliss almost putting the ball into the net, but can't quite get there. At least we've had a chance and a highlight, but I'd love to have seen a goal. They've got a free kick. Duke's going to flick in. Can we get it clear? No, they head on and they score. Tyrese John Jules hammering it home. His second goal of the season. Absolute powerhouse of a shot from close range. And a good set piece from them sees us fall 1-0 down. We really should have been winning that header, but it's disappointing, to be honest. It's safe to say that, honestly, neither team really deserves the 3 points. It's not been a very good game from anyone's perspective, but to fall behind so late is just disappointing, and it looks like it is going to stay this way. Toma forward to Bayliss, and the ball's just going to float around in the centre of the park for the last few seconds, and it's a 1-0 defeat to Barnsley in our first game. Now, it's not a disastrous result. Like I said, they're a lot higher in the table than us, but I would have loved if we could have at least got something from it. A point even would have been quite a positive result, and I would have loved if we could have kept it, but we threw it away late. We've got QPR coming up. They're a much weaker team. Hopefully we can go out there and collect 3 points, collect some goals, and show what we're here to do. So here we are, game number 2 against QPR, a lot closer to us in the table than Barnsley, so I'm hoping we can go out there and give a better performance. Now, we're going with the same lineup. Doyle Hayes struggling for fitness a little bit. I think his combination of his age and just the fact he wasn't that well off before the last game, he was also struggling there, so yeah, I'm hoping that it doesn't cause too many problems, but we can bring in Toma if we need to halfway through the game. Just need to try and get some points on the board, as they've got David Neres playing left wing for them, which is, well, not only out of position, but he's getting on a bit at this point. 33 years old, and he's certainly dropped off. So, well, hopefully he doesn't prove too much of a problem, as they've got, well, a relatively standard 4-4-2, to be honest. So, I'm going to go with the same team talk as last time. It's a great opportunity to show the critics they're wrong, and again, they all look motivated. But we need that reflected on the pitch. We need to see at least a goal. We need to see the ball hit the net. Well, there is a highlight. Bayliss on the ball, deep in their half. Knocks back to Benon. Can we find a cross? No, we play short to Doyle Hayes. Right back is available, but we don't take it. We instead switch the play over to the left. Richards to Jastrzemski. Puts in the cross. Bayliss goes up and puts it into the back of the net. Mikael Bayliss scoring our first goal in charge of Aston Villa. And, well, it's a great cross there from Jastrzemski, too. I hope I'm saying that name right, by the way. It's one I took a fair bit of thought over, because it is quite a long, difficult name. And I think I've got it. But Bayliss heads it off the bar. It hits the keeper and goes in. Unfortunate for them, but Very fortunate for us, and I am not going to complain about that one bit. Well, we've got a throw-in deep in their half. Yastrzemski throws forward, can't find anyone, but Richards does get back on the ball. Knocks across to Doyle Hayes, plays inside to Haryanto. We're trying to work it. Richards flicks in. Bayliss goes up and scores again. Bayliss' second goal of the game, doubling his tally for the season today alone. Another cross from the left-hand side, this time from Richards. And, well, it seems to be working out a lot better this game. Something just seems to be clicking a fair bit better. And, well, he rose up well. It's another header. It's another good goal. Can't really argue with it, to be fair. It's working out nicely. Hopefully we can keep it going. So it's half-time and 2 goals from Mikel Bayliss sees us take a 2-0 lead in a game where we have been very, very dominant. And honestly, I'm quite happy with this. It's pulled us out of the relegation zone so far. We're currently in 20th, leapfrogging QPR in the process. And I'm just going to say I'm pleased with your performance. And if we can win the games against the struggling teams, at least until we're able to get some of our own players in and sort of see our own tactic come to fruition, I'm not going to complain too much at all. Well, we've got another throw-in deep in their half. Bayliss knocks across to Benon. Can we find a cross? He tries for it. Yastrzemski gets brought down in the box, and we are going to take a penalty. I'm not sure if I've set the penalty takers, but Bayliss steps up to take, fires away, bags his hat-trick. He's scored more goals today than he has done all season. Mikel Bayliss taking us 3-0 up. I really enjoy that name. It's great, isn't it? Mikel Bayliss. It rolls off the tongue so nicely. I've got friends with the last name Bayliss too, so it's fun to say when they score. Well, we've got another throw-in deep in their half. Benon across to Sheltsov to Doyle Hayes. Benon once again flicks in. Haryanto. Bayliss can't strike. Doyle Hayes strikes just wide with his low fitness. Actually, 3-0 up. That's a fair point. We should probably bring him off. Don't risk the injury. Bring on Bastian Toma. Go for a... He can play as an advanced playmaker perfectly fine, actually. Yeah, we'll just play him there. Let him do his thing. And, well, crack on. Also, our backline having an excellent game. To say that this team had only kept 1 clean sheet all season up until we took over, that is an excellent performance. Well, we've got another throw-in deep in their half. Yastrzemski to Richards. Plays across to Toma, and we're working it nicely. Sheltsov. Can he find a pass out to the right, maybe? Yes, he can. Philip. Forward? No, he just goes for the cross. Haryanto strikes. Oh, he's offside. Would have been a great finish if it was allowed. A wonderful volley, but... It was offside. I don't think it's really arguable. I'm not sure if VAR's in play in the Championship, by the way. I know it obviously comes in the Premier League quite early into the game, but I'm not sure if it ever comes into the second tier. Well, a final throw-in with just seconds remaining. We throw forward, they control the ball, and that sees us to a 3-0 win. Clean sheet, 3 goals, a hat-trick from Mikel Bayliss. Really cannot complain. It's excellent stuff. A wonderful turnaround. Well done, lads. A great win for us. Obviously, man of the match, Bayliss. And then great performances across the team as well. Right back, centre-half, left back, all playing very, very well. Really hard to argue. It honestly is. I'd like to have seen something from Donny Haryanto. That would have been really nice just to top it off. But either way, at least we've got some players coming into form. Cannot complain too much at all. Let's just keep this going as the games progress. So like I mentioned in the game, it did rise us to 20th when we scored the second goal. Let's find out where we are now. So yeah, we did remain in 20th, 1 point behind Nottingham Forest in 19th, pulling ourselves out of the relegation zone on goal difference thanks to how many goals we did score. And well, sending QPR down there when we beat them, can't complain really. Let's just keep trying to win games and push ourselves as far up this table as we can go. As you can see, we started today, 10 points off of the playoffs, now we're only 9. You really can't fault that, to be honest. So let's keep going up, let's keep trying to win games. And if we can sort of beat these struggling to middling teams, we should be able to finish mid-table fairly handily and then hopefully just push on from there. As the January window rolls around, as we get to the end of the season and can make our own signings, all we need to do this year is avoid the relegation battle, and I don't think we've made a bad start to doing that. It was a rough defeat against Barnsley, let's be honest, but we've bounced back well against QPR. Just need to keep it going. So, a game against Bolton and Stoke is coming up in the next episode. Now, Bolton are in 12th and Stoke are top of the table. Wonderful. If there was ever a game that might kill motivation, I think it could be that one. So, we're going to need to put in some really good performances. But Bolton, potentially beatable. I'm not too sure. They're smack bang in the middle of the table. A win against them would be quite the statement. It'd just show that, you know, we're not a relegation fodder team. They've actually lost 6 games all season, which is quite a large amount, to be honest. It's sort of down with where we are. So, we could potentially get something if we can beat them, but also they've won 6 games too, so you can't really take it for too much. So, we'll go out against them if we can pick up a good result. Like I said, a statement of intent. We're not a relegation fodder team. We're going to push up for this mid-table. And then that game against Stoke is going to be an absolute, well, it could be a bit of a bloodbath, to be honest. So, hopefully we can take it well. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, let me know what you think of our move to Aston Villa. And I will catch you all tomorrow at 5:30 for the next 2 games. I will see you all then. Have a wonderful night and goodbye.